Greetings film lovers and welcome to another DG Movies commentary. Happy New Year to all my new subscribers. I'm sorry if I've been neglecting these videos, but I've been quite busy with many things, but this will be the first of a few series of commentaries for the theme of Mighty Ducks. Now this film franchise is quite special to me. It introduced me to American sport and my love of sport in general, and I'm sure it has for many other people, which is why you're probably watching this video. I'm going to do commentaries for each of the three films in the build-up to the new Disney Plus TV series, and then I'll be doing a reaction and commentary to each episode of the series to complete this series of videos. Have I said series too much? I have no idea. I hope you enjoyed this movie commentary. It's been a while since I've seen it, even though I've watched it loads of times as a kid. I know off by heart, so hopefully I'll give you a few interesting facts about the film as we go on. So in the meantime, let's enjoy this. Oh, it's so nice hearing this Disney theme. You know it's 90s when you hear this Disney intro.
Miss this shot. You're not just letting me down, you're letting your whole team down too.
Now that is pressure. That is such unfair pressure on the coach like that for a kid's sport. I mean, if any parents heard a coach say that to a kid, they'd be properly investigated. They'll be thrown out. He looks so young compared to all the other players. So either he's a late developer or he's incredibly good for his age. I'm assuming for the sake of the story, it's the latter.
Let it across. Set up now for a shot off the pipe.
See, this has always confused me. If that shot was a chance to win the game, according to the commentator, then does that mean it's a draw? So I don't know why the other team win. Yeah, lots of things don't make sense in these films. So, but I think like most of us, we kind of disregard them and still enjoy them even with its faults. What an image that is, especially with the breath coming out. And for most kids, this is the boring part of the story, because this was all about politics. This is all about law and adult stuff, effectively. So interestingly, the guy in the middle is the head writer of the entire trilogy, and you'll see him make a cameo in each film, which is pretty cool. Him, Stephen Brill. We are all thankful for him. Yeah, even the nameplate, he still has that Hawks mentality, that upbringing, it firmly in his foundations of his head. Here they are. Charlie, my boy. There's the captain. So, you know, this is what separates 90s to films now for kids, because if films did this these days, they would get ridiculed by it on social media, whereas if you see it now through tinted glasses, you would just see this as just shameless fun. And go! Here's an old film technique which never gets used anymore.
Why do you do this to me? I hate kids. They're barely human.
Bit harsh, but I get what he means. The start of the team.
Goldberg, you're the goalie. It's supposed to hit you. Does that sound stupid to anyone else?
What a way of thinking. I must mention that the actor who played Goldberg, Sean Weiss, I know he's been in the news the past few years that he's been I think it's done with like use of drugs or heavy drinking, but thankfully he's on the road to recovery and he's doing well. So if you're watching, Sean, I hope you're doing well. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully we'll see you doing some sort of event involved with the Mighty Ducks again.
So I'm gonna let you get your sorry vanilla booty out of here before we be using your eyeballs as hockey pucks.
What a intro.
but I'm not going home
Give them
till
a
I take
big
care of
threat.
business. Got the roster right here. Averman, Dave, Conway, Charlie, Paul, Terry.
It's interesting that he's known as Dave Averman at first, but then he's eventually known as Lester Averman later on. Very odd. They really suck. I love Averman. Apparently, fun fact that the choice of him wearing the San Jose Sharks shirt was because they were a brand new team back then. So in order to promote the team, they thought make him wear the San Jose Sharks shirt. Connie Moreau, the Velvet Hammer. Big fan of Connie.
You little bastards, we're on to play. Oh, you suck, you skid, you little bastard.
Ah, it's amazing just seeing this through the eyes of now compared to then, because like you could get away with saying stuff like that from a kid in the 90s for a kids film, but these days no chance. Vintage 90s. You see Lewis's boy face thinking the ice is going to break. Go, Berg! I love that. I love Peter's obsessed with taking Lewis's sweets. Look at that outfit, that is ridiculous. Such a mismatch of outfits there. It's always funny seeing the villain team in these types of films where they look much older than the hero team. Lane Smith, legendary actor. I think at the time I saw this, I also saw him as what's his name, Perry from The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Oh, I got a kid named Banks, might go all the way. Not quite as good as you were, but he wants it more. Kid won't give up.
Never like that phrase, wants it more. It makes sense in some cases, but not all the time. It's scary seeing the Hawks mentality. Just win at all costs.
What's this? The Oriole line?
Bit of mild racism there. we'll let that slide for now, but yeah. Yay, Montreal Canadiens, that's my team. Wow. Oh, this is dreadful. So halfway through the first period and they're 5-0 down.
Get those rebounds. Get your heads up. Get those loose pucks.
Just get the hell out of here. Love that.
Spazway, we'll screw up.
Great confidence, Carl. And yet true.
Remember, it's not worth winning if you can't win.
Never teach your kids that. Never ever teach your kids that. Love the underground train sound effects.
Hey, Gordon. Nice game. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
What a dick. What a dick. Yeah, it's always interesting that this is his first, like this is the first time he's ever coping a loss, not just a loss, a heavy loss. And so, yeah, it's interesting how he can show someone experiencing loss for the first time in sport, whereas he was just brought up on winning and not winning well. The good old days where kids find dirty mags. Don't really need magazines these days. Look at they've even got winter coats with their team logo on and their names. I love the overdubbing on. Again, this is still relating to winning at all cost. If we lose, then we might as well. Then let's try and cheat to get to win rather than actually working hard. you can see in Charlie's face that something that I don't that he doesn't approve of this. You can see those little hidden things that of how loyal he is to the team.
To grab your eye like it's cut, and then hit the ice. Got it?
This is why Charlie's a lot of people's favourites. This is not his way of playing. This is not how you play the game.
Charlie! What the hell is the matter with you? When I tell you to do something, you do it. You got it? Look at me. You got it?
Can't make me cheat.
Yeah, that's how I think. Cheating is the lowest form of doing anything, especially playing sport. Cheats are the worst, especially at like a social level of playing. You just shouldn't be doing that. Joss Ackland, a bit of a high level acting in this cast. Love the music with the strings, like with the main thing, but just strings on it, just very slow, very nice. I'd love to be in that sports shop. I'm sure the building's there, but I'm sure it was never a sports shop. But I hope so. It'd be great to see. I'd love to do a film location tour in Minnesota.
You scored 198 goals in that season, Gordon. It's a shame you quit.
198 goals. I mean, I think there's only like 10 teams in this league. How do you get 198 goals? How it depends how many games they play each season. I mean, I assume they just play each other twice. So that's like almost, if that's the case, that's almost 10 goals a game as an individual. That's insane.
Just show them how to play, show them how to have fun. Teach them to fly.
Yes, that's it.
That is what they'll remember long after.
Teach them to love the game, play the game, not about winning the game. That comes later. Love this sequence. I mean, the music's great, the look of it's great. And yeah, this is like the big turning point for Bombay. Just making him remembering about loving the game rather than winning the game. Just beautiful piece of music. I'd love to be there on this filming day, like at dawn on a freezing lake. Just remembering his roots, why he loved to skate on the ice. I mean, even as a kid, I realised that how important this scene was. I love that they used this generic, like, light gold colour palette to show that it's a flashback. So, like, from my part of the world, this sort of image is for football, like staying out late and playing football. But for, I guess, people in Northern America or in Canada, it's all about playing hockey on a frozen lake.
Wait a minute. Think of the goodwill. We named the team after the firm. Suddenly, we're the good guys. Ducksworth, Savory,
The origin of the Ducks name
that gives back to the
was because of his name.
Come on, I'll get you your own jersey.
That swung it. Bit of Marky Mark. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm trying to like, yeah, I did that.
Recording on Bay? Bobby was off.
Whoopsie!
Now here's two massively misunderused characters. Oh, it's such a shame that they didn't utilise Tammy enough.
What do I know about hockey?
Oh, it's such a shame that they didn't use her enough, because I mean, they basically replaced it in this next one with Kenny Wu, but it'd be so good to see that. Such a shame. But I think without Tammy, you need to have Tommy because they're a brother and sister. So I can't remember the complications, but yeah, such a shame.
Soft hands.
Iconic. I use that line when I'm playing softball or lacrosse.
Good. Now sail it back.
Love that. It just spreads right across his jumper beautifully.
Good, Chris.
Give me your best shot. Oh, come on, let's go.
The origins of Goldberg.
I am Goldberg, the goalie.
Now that I've seen the trilogy, it's interesting seeing this scene in particular again, because this starts to form the strong relationship between Charlie and Gordon throughout the entire trilogy. I never got this, why Fulton wants to shoot towards the street rather than back into the alleyway, but I've always loved the scene, because I remember as a kid when you first see hints of him, you're thinking, who is this guy? He looks amazing, and then the way he sees the potential in him in this scene just makes you go, yeah, yes, get him in that team.
I mean, I really can't, you moron. I don't know how to skate.
That's impressive. Again, this would never happen. This would never be allowed in any shopping mall. But it's a cool scene. It's quite a talent looking like he can't skate whilst never falling over. Oh, it's quite a talent because there must be a stunt rider doing it whilst making them look like they can't skate whilst still staying on their feet. It's quite a talent. Oh, it's so good. The birth of the team.
Rather be District 5, some stupid number?
Better than some stupid animal.
I'll have you know, Peter, that the duck is one of the most noble, agile, and intelligent creatures of the animal kingdom.
Yeah, to be fair, before he did the speech, I was with the kids. Why ducks? They're not exactly scary, are they? But when he did this speech, it convinced me as much as it convinced the kids. So it makes so much sense.
So how about it? Who's a duck?
Now this is interesting when you learn about it in later films.
I'll be a duck.
Fulton's the first one to be a duck,
Yeah,
and then Charlie.
me too.
Now that is shown, their loyalty is shown throughout the rest of the trilogy so well, and relating it to that is so clever. And then because all yours just gang up, whereas Fulton and Charlie were the only ones with enough courage just to say that they'll be a duck, and their loyalty is shown so well throughout the rest of the trilogy. I love how it connects each film. I pretty much love any scene with Fulton, and this is brilliant. The sound on the puck when he's hitting it, and look, when that one goes straight at the camera, that is terrifying. I love this. They're just in shock. I can't remember it's hard to know whether they're amazed or scared that they're going to face that. Whoa.
Quack.
Quack, 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 quack.
Lovely spin pass. Yes, the Oreo line. Oh, I love that. Proud parent. Love that.
Harp, how many fingers am I holding up?
You wouldn't know that anyway.
Shut up.
Great line, great line. Look at that, proper dent in the helmet. Bad time to be a keeper. I love that reaction. Great tactic. The first of many trick plays by the Ducks.
So, you beat the Huskies, and you make the playoffs.
That's crazy that one win is enough for them to make the playoffs.
They redrew the district lines last year. The lake is not the boundary anymore. You see? You'd be a duck.
I'd be a duck.
That just enhances his loyalties towards the Ducks more than the Hawks now.
What do you think you're gonna prove, you and that bunch of losers?
That's right, Coach. They are losers. We hate losers, don't we? They don't even deserve to live.
Now, to be fair, as a kid, I was doing that same reaction, thinking, why is he saying that they're losers? But obviously, mentioning later on in the film, and when you get older, you understand what he's basically saying.
I missed a game time, Coach.
Yeah, they'll be out in a minute. They're working themselves into a frenzy.
And again, linking with the loyalty, only Charlie and Fulton stick with Coach. Interesting fact about that diner, it's used in Jingle All the Way.
Put that cookie down now!
Now, again, even as a kid, I could see how important this scene was to test the friendship of Charlie and Gordon. I love that. As I got older in this scene, that you always see that old guy on the right-hand side. He always turns around.
Clang. Hits the post.
Wow, warp speed. They are gone.
We'll take it.
I trust you. The other guys do too. They just don't know it. You gotta talk to them.
Charlie, I've done all I can.
No, you haven't. You gotta tell them. You gotta make them understand. You can't walk out on the Ducks. We're your team.
No, you're not.
We are too. We weren't even the Ducks until you came along. You made us, and now you're stuck with us.
Charlie.
Oh, it's done so well. You can really feel Charlie's loyalty there.
Now put them together, and you have a molecule that makes up 96% of your body. What is it?
Pizza?
Great way of thinking for a kid. My nephew would definitely say that.
In your seat now!
Very scary principal. Good casting there.
What have you got to say for yourselves?
Guess.
Quack. 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 Quack.
They may have left him, but they're still Ducks at heart.
You wanted me to learn about fair play
Yep.
and how to be part of a team. And I may not have learned everything yet, but I remember something my father said to me. A team isn't a bunch of kids out to win. A team is something you belong
Now he's
to.
starting to get away from the Hawks mentality and start to understand what this game's all about.
And I'm not going to let those kids down.
Top man, top man. Put them in their place.
Yes, sir, Mr. Ducksworth. Thank you very much, Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth. Quack, 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 quack,
Gordon,
quack.
stop
Quack, quack,
quacking.
quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. You may have paid for this jersey, sir, but you didn't earn it.
Oof.
I'll see you in the playoffs.
Crazy that all of this is over Pee Wee hockey and he would lose his job over it.
They're in room 223.
All of them?
I love the twitch of the eye, like, love that. Love that little bit. Very clever. Just to show how much she hates them. It's funny seeing the different types of handwriting used by the kids. There's a heavy amount of cursive writing, which is good to see. You just don't see that nowadays. Peter's writing is shocking. Shocking. Outsider coming in. Love that shot. Just him seeing that transition, especially where he's wearing the Hawks bag. He's seeing the Ducks jersey. He's like, this is the change of guard moment here.
Take your shot. You may only get one, so it's gotta be good.
But coach, 1 out of 1.
Soft hands, Fulton. Concentration, not strength.
That's right.
Yes, Gee. And the little acknowledgement from Connie was cute as well. Very nice. Yes, Gee. Always been my favourite player, Gee. Good hard worker. Push in the back? No. I'm not going to get called. Go on, Fulton. Wow! What a shot! Love the break in the net. Love it. It still amazed me that one win was all you need to get the playoffs in this league. Crazy. Now here's a proper arena. See, now it's weird because I started watching hockey in 1999, so I was never aware of the Minnesota North Stars. I started watching when they became the Dallas Stars, so this is all a bit early for me. Love that these two get a cameo, especially Mike Modano, because I was aware of him when I started playing, when he's playing for the Stars. I thought it was some decent cameos by those two. They didn't look ropey at acting. I thought they did a decent job. I think this is basically the director saying, do whatever you want, have a play, and we'll just film it and see what happens. Especially this bit. That definitely should not have happened. I love that, because you can tell that was not supposed to happen. Oh, Tammy, go Tammy. I love this bit, because you can tell that they're just told to just do that, and that's not actually there. That's just like CGI did, and they're going nuts, and the crowd around them is going, what on earth are they doing? And they were told to just go nuts for that particular bit, just so they can film it. I like that when Jesse gives him a look, because then starts to be sympathetic with him, which is quite good. See, it's just these little things, I think, what makes it good writing and good directing as well. Here comes the smoochy part for all your kids. Oh, they're kissing! That's always funny, because that scene that they used has Adam Banks in the benches, but then they cut to him being on the ice. That's probably the only one continuity moment I've always noticed when I was a kid. But I let it go, because it's still fun. 5-3. Barn burner, that was. Their old rivals, the Cardinals. Pow! Love that. That is so cool. Now this bit's interesting, because you can see Fulton Reed say a swear word. There, you can just see him just about to say a certain swear word, but it was cut at the right time. I still want to know what team they actually play in that final, because you can't really tell with what says on their jerseys. Love how over the top this all is when they're doing the national anthem. The music is just ridiculously over the top, but it's a great moment. It really ramps up the intensity. See, no matter how many times I've seen this bit just gets me all amped up. It's really well done. And it's interesting that Hans is actually in the crowd for this one, so he's actually seen the Ducks. And I think in the entire trilogy, this is the only time we see him actually watching this team as the Ducks. So I think that's quite a special moment. It's always about the collar. Whoa, what a hit! What a hit for Pee Wee level, that's insane. Bet this was so much fun to film. And it's really hard to choreograph as well, because there are some sequences that last a while, so you need to know what to do. Ah, fake the goalie. Damn. So what's that, only about just over 2 minutes in? So the dad is still in his Hawks gear, but his son is playing for the Ducks, but he's not cheering with the Hawks. He'll only cheer when his son does something good. I just don't get that. Why isn't he in the Ducks bit? He'd rather show his Hawks colours than Ducks colours, but he still support his son. Don't get that. Don't get that. Why is Goldberg going out that far out? He doesn't need to commit. Even I was like that as a kid. Like, why is he that far out? He's still got defenders with him, so I didn't get why he did that. Oh, hip check. The hip checks are beautifully executed. I must have a decent amount of training. Oh, 3-0. We haven't even finished the first period.
I want you to drop Banks like a bad habit. I want it out of the game. Finish him off. You got it?
That is very dodgy. Because these days, if a coach told his players to purposely take out an opposing player, it'd be let go. It'd be banned for life. So many conflicting things there. He's cheering for the Ducks goal, but he's right in the middle of the Hawks crowd.
Adam, are you okay? What'd you do? My jaw.
You're very bad. Very, very, very bad.
And he gives him a little fist pump, the little dick. Riley's the worst.
Jesse, do me a favor. Kick some honk butt. All right.
Yeah.
Cake eater.
There we go. Jesse and Adam, friends for life after that comment. Jesse knows where his allegiances lie.
You got something to say to me, Bombay?
Damn right.
I think I wasted all those years worrying about what you thought.
Now he's made the change now.
You're going down, Riley.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He means it now. Riley knows it. He's panicking. He's doing that extra bit of chewing in the gums.
Let's go! Let's have fun out there.
That's the important thing. Always have fun, especially at this level. It's nice to win, but have fun at the same time. Way, that counts. Brave keeper, but it counts.
I'm telling you, you blow this game and nobody makes the team next year. All right, get out there.
That's pressure, that. No one makes the team next year if they lose. I mean, there is aspects of his coaching that I admire about how they get him to win at all costs, but a lot of that, nope, that's not what you're supposed to do at this level. I love that she wears her figure skating skates. Oh, they caught them off guard. Yes, Tammy Duncan gets her moments. Nice pirouette. Hey, douchebag. Go on, Fulton, take him out. Yeah, lands in his head. Wow. Yeah, he's done.
Barely touched him.
All right, Bombay. No, he did kind of touch him. Threw him over the board and landed on his head.
Show me the flying V.
All right.
Let's get our lines.
Flying V. The debut of the Flying V. An iconic moment in this trilogy. Even though it's incredibly illegal in actual hockey, it's great. It's a great visual moment. Jesse and Terry Hall's dad does a great job in this film because you can really feel that fatherly energy about him, and Hans is just so happy to be there, just to see them flying together. Oh, seconds left. God, I'm still getting goosebumps with this because it's so tense and exciting.
All right, Ducks. Who's gonna take it?
I think he should take it. Yeah,
What about Charlie?
About Charlie. What does Finn?
Let's let him finish what he started.
Coach, we have a chance to win.
Damn straight we do.
He has faith in you, Charlie. I personally would have liked Guy Germain, but no, I'm fine with that, with what Gordon was saying. Let him finish what he started.
One, two, three, triple D.
I love that they see the triple deke as the greatest weapon in hockey. It's funny that, and it's funny how it's used in the actual trilogy as well. Yeah, Bombay knows it's a risk, but he believes in him, and Charlie believes in his coach. And we're all back to square one with Gordon Bombay's penalty shot. Full circle moment here. But oh, the amount of times I see this is just a goosebumps moment here. This is tense. I always love that moment when Goldberg looks to Bombay and he's like, yeah, he's ready, he's ready. Oh my God, I've got so much goosebumps. This is tense. Riley's papping himself. Oh, I've forgotten how good this moment is. I'm still not sure you're allowed to not wear a helmet for a shootout. Off the inside of the post this time. And this is the first time I hear Queen. Till the end. Woo! Guy and Connie getting it on. I'm pretty sure this is the first time that I realised Queen and their music through this film as well. Ah, Hans. Yay! Ah, it's so nice that. Look at that. What a trophy. Bet the kids never thought they would be anywhere near this trophy. Love that. What a moment. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. Woo! Right in front of the kids as well. Look at Charlie's face.
Hey, Ducks! No matter what happens, we'll see you next season. We got a title to defend.
There you have it. An absolute classic for many people, including myself. And no matter how many times I watch it, it's still great. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It certainly brought back a lot of memories. It still gets the goosebumps. I still love seeing the little nods that help the story move along with certain characters as well as the whole story. It's well shot. It's well edited, especially during the match sequences. There's some solid performance out there in there. It's a hell of a lot of fun. You learn a lot about teamwork, having fun with playing sports, and about fair play and stuff like that. I look forward to doing D2 in the near future, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And I'll see you next time.